Welcome everybody to this inspirational transformation session episode number 22. My name is Eric Depp. I am French. I live in Malaysia and I am proud to be an Herbalife distributor for the past 30 years, 3 decades, a long time. And I live in over 15 countries in the world. And basically, I've been pioneer in 13 of those countries where we did start the Herbalife business. Now, my objective of this conversation, based on my experience as an independent entrepreneur and human being, is to inspire you to make some changes step by step into your living in order what I call to become the best version of yourself every day. And that's why I created this session called ITS, Inspiration Transformation Session. Now, why did we start on Monday? Well, usually the week starts on Monday, so we start on Monday. Now, why we start in the morning? Because my personal opinion is there is no better time than to start in the morning. Because when you start good a morning, the rest of the day has a good chance to be what I call fantastic and incredible. All right? Now, why did I call it inspirational session instead of motivational? All right? For me, there is an enormous difference, and I want to explain to you. Now, motivation is something that usually comes from me, to pump you up. As a matter of fact, to motivate you, to push you. So all is about my ability of persuasion, of speaking, of motivating. And maybe you will take action on what I mentioned until your motivation is gone. Because I'm not there anymore, or I'm not behind you to remind you about that situation. So I call this an external forces, all right? Now, inspiration is completely different, as it is you, the main person, to act upon what you hear from me. What I do is to share my advice, some advice, that according to my own experience, by the way, did help me. And then from your side, if it makes sense to apply what I'm sharing with you, you are the main player to put in action because it comes from your own desire. It comes from inside you, not from outside. And therefore, it's an internal force. If I am there or not, it doesn't really matter because you have been inspired. So please understand, what I will share with you today is coming really from my own experience. And basically, you don't have to believe one word of what I say because it's my own experience. But you can be sure that it is the truth from my own person, okay? And maybe in the future, some of the same events may happen to you, and it will help you to adjust, to adapt, and act accordingly because of what I share with you today. Now, my goal of this session and episode are to share again my experience and inspire you in order for you to be ready to face some situation that can happen in life. Maybe to be ready to act, to be ready to live with abundance, with energy, to be ready to make and have a productive day. Why not a productive week? Why not a productive month? And why not an incredible year? To become more effective, maybe, and transform your mindset into what I call a powerful machine that is going to tune you, not turn you, tune into happiness, greatness, action, kindness, and that's something that needs to become what I call a reality of every single day. So I hope that you are ready for the next 20 minutes because today is something that is quite controversial, I would say. I want to talk to you today about sales. How many of you love sales? Ouch. How many of you know that how can you excel? How can you become the best in sales? What is your answer? Really think about it. Do you like sales? Do you love sales? Now, in the next 20 minutes, I want to show you how this industry of sales is so important and really affect our entire life. After these 20 minutes, you will know exactly why some salespeople are so good and why some others are just either always missing it or just average. You will also understand, from my own opinion, by the way, all the positive and negative aspect of sales. So let's get started now. Let's understand why sales is so important in life. Now, I don't know if you have watched this movie, and there is a phrase from a gentleman named Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin. And he says, either you sell to someone or someone sell to you. You know, some people say, oh, I don't want to be in sales. Then somebody's going to sell to you. That either you sell something to someone or somebody is going to sell you something to you. It's a great movie, by the way. I don't remember the name of the movie, but it's a great movie. Now, have you heard about that or think about it? Try in the world. I'm talking about the world, okay? Try to stop sales in the world. Try to stop the salespeople in the world. What do you think can happen? Well, it would happen a big chaos, a big problem for the world. Imagine there's nobody to sell you anything. Nobody. How would you buy your food? There's nobody to sell you anything. Now, the economy would completely collapse. Now, some people say, I don't want to be in sales. Therefore, you want to be a buyer. Because you have to understand that. Again, if you're not selling something to somebody, you're going to buy something from somebody. Now, it's not only a product that you're going to sell. You see, if you have kids, they sell themselves every day. And you buy or you don't buy, by the way. If you have kids, they're going to tell you how good they are for you to buy something. And what did they sell to you? They sell to you their proposition that you have to buy something for them. And maybe you buy or maybe you don't. But if you don't buy, they could not sell it to you. Do you understand? The selling is not only a product, it could be a service. You know, how many of you go to a restaurant and you say, wow, this restaurant was fantastic. I had a wonderful meal there. Now, what are you doing? You're selling the restaurant. You're selling to some friends. Maybe you don't know, but that's what you're doing. You're selling the restaurant to your friends. Every day, you're selling something or you're selling yourself. Every day. So some people say, I don't like to be in sales. Well, but every day you are selling, or somebody is selling something to you. So you see, it's not only a product, it's not only a service, but it could be yourself. When you are like me or you, part of Herbalife Nutrition, number one, you're going to sell yourself. Because the first thing is people are going to look at is you as an image. If you look good, you are presentable, your speech is great, you are selling yourself, and you are selling this attitude or the right things. Now, maybe if you're not, what are you selling? You're going to try to sell the product, but you're not selling yourself. Majority of the time, people will buy you, not the product that you have. This is why it is so important, and you will see in the next 15 minutes, one of the tools that is extremely important to become the best of the best. Now, if sales is so important in life, why so many people hate it? Or so many people are afraid of it? Now, I am talking to you from my own experience. You see, when I graduated in marketing. I graduated in management. My degree is in import-export. It's not in sales. And when they say to me, oh, there is this industry called sales, I say, oh, no way. I don't want to be in sales. I hate sales. I don't want to be there. It's like, it's for people that don't know what to do, basically. Or it's for people who are liking to knock the doors. They call it sales. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be involved in that. I did not understand. I was afraid of it. Basically, I'm not afraid of sales. I was afraid of what we call rejection. How many of you like to have somebody to say, no, I don't want? Nobody. So you're not afraid of sales. You're afraid of the people to reject you. And that's why so many people hate it. That's why so many people are afraid of it. Now, so many people have also a bad experience with salespeople. How many of you have ever buy something that you will never use? How many people got someone one day to sell you something you did not need? And they were so good that you bought. And then you say, after that, what an idiot. Why did I buy that? And that things, you keep it in the shelves, or you keep it in your cabinet, and you never open it, or you don't look at it, or you buy because you were excited, you use it one time, and it's done. How many of us like that? How many of us buy and you say, gee, I should not have buy it. I should not buy it. And why did I buy it? Who like to have somebody in your home to explain to you about a product, again, that you don't want? How many of you would like to have somebody in your home insisting, pushing for you to buy? Nobody. So majority of us, why we hate sales? Because we associate that kind of attitude for us. We don't want to be that kind of person, pushing for sales, pushing to buy. So what do? We say, hey, I don't want to be in sales. I don't want. And anything else has to be in sales. I don't want to be involved in it. But remember, if you're not involved in selling something, somebody is selling something to you. Now, the issue is when you sell something, you make profit. When somebody sells you something, you put money outside. So you spend money, basically. So which one would it be better for you? I don't know. Think about it. Now, what is the difference in sales between the sales employee and the sales self-employed? What is the difference? You see, being an employee in sales, basically, you're working for a boss. You're working for somebody. And at the end of the month, you have a target. At the end of the year, you have a target. You have no choice. And the deal is, by the end of the year, you have to reach a target. Now, if you don't reach a target, that's going to be bad for you. Why? Because you may not have the bonus that you expected. Now, so all day along, all months along, all year along, as an employee in sales, you're going to be pushed by your boss. Somebody says, hey, you need to, next year, a little bit more. Next year, a little bit more. Next year, a little bit more. Yeah, but this is a lot. Yeah, but hey, we want more. Do you understand? That is an employee in sales. So every year, don't expect less. Has to be more. Reaching the target, doing better, getting more. That's the way it is. And again, if you don't do it, well, either it's no bonus or it's less bonus, or some people may be laid off because you did not reach the target that your boss gave you. Now, the difference with sales in self-employed is you are the boss. You are in control. You are the one that give yourself a target. That's you. You are the one giving a target. You are the one waking up. You are the one going to the bed. You are the one that if you want to put 20 hours a day. You are the one that if you decide, go knock the door. You are the one that if you decide, do more than others. Sacrifice holiday to get work. But at the end of the day, the rewards is yours. So that is a huge difference between an employee and a self-employed. We will come back later on about that. Now, for sure, the sales profession is the profession, again, that you can make the most money. There's no question about it. You want to make a large income, you are involved in sales. Being in the administration will not get you a lot of money. Being a secretary will not make you a lot of money. Being an accountant will not make you a lot of money. Some salespeople make more money than a director of a bank. So if you are looking to have an incredible financial situation in life, you have to be in sales. You have to be involved in sales. There's no question. Because that's where the money is. Sales. Again, remember, what if you stop everybody's sales in the world right now? The economy collapse. Sales is the most important ingredient of the economy. And for you, listening to me, my opinion is, if you want to make money, you have to be involved in sales. Number two, you have to be involved more as self-employed, better, by the way, and better is in consumable products. something that people can buy every month. Now, I hear some people, they have great products in sales. They have great products, but you sell something one time. When is the next time you're going to see them? Or if you are the salesperson, you're going to sell something to somebody, and because the product is so good, because the product is so incredible and lasts so long, the next buyer of that product, the same person, is in 10 years. That's very simple. I can give you the example for mattress. Great mattress, but it's for 10 years. They even give you warranty for 5 to 10 to 15 years. Can you imagine that? So if I would buy a mattress today with a warranty of 10 years, what does that mean? My next mattress will be in 10 years. Gee, I need a lot of people to buy every month. But what if I have something as a consumable products? Something that every month that product is over, is finished, and we need another one every month. That's a great thing. So if you want to be involved in a sales area where you can have major success, look for products that are more in a consumable area than just static. You know, there are some products outside that are fantastic, but again, what kind of emotion do you have when you buy the product? Are you emotionally attracted by the product or not? That's a question. If you are in sales and your product does not bring emotion to people, it's not going to go far. So, emotion with the consumable products, it's a win-win situation. All right? Now, how can you sell to people? A few ways. You can be very talented. That's the one way. You are talented. Excellent. But some people, they really force you to buy. Now, nobody will come to you with a gun to buy something. But they are so annoying, and some people will sell you because you're annoyed. You are annoyed. Good enough. You buy by desperation of the guy going out because they force you to sell. Now, to me, not the best way to sell products. If you're involved in sales and forcing people to buy, pushing people to buy, yeah, you may be able to do it once. But the next time you go to see them, this is the kind of people that will never answer back your phone call. This is the kind of people that will never open their house to you again. So by forcing, I'm not sure if it's the right way. But by sharing, by loving your product, and by sharing your story, your association with the product, your emotion to the product, your love for the product, that is, to me, again, the best way. It is, to me, the best way. Why? Because you're not there to push. You are there for sharing. You are here because you want to make sure the person understands the features, the benefit of the products for them. And therefore, you share by your love, not by forcing somebody to buy. So, which one is the best according to you? It's really up to you to choose. By forcing, pushing because you need money, or sharing, loving, emotion of your products. That's what I believe, in my opinion, what sales is about. Now, when you sell, there are some tools. There are tools available. And one of the tools is what I call the scripts. That's what I'm talking about today also. Number one is about sales. Number two is about script. Now, some people may say to me, what do you mean by script is a tool to sell? Absolutely. Because you can sell by your talent. You are a very talented person. You can talk easily to people. People will listen to you. People will buy from you. You know, I heard these people, they are so good. They would sell ice cream in the North Pole, they say, because they are talented. But are they really talented? Or how many people are really talented? How many of us are really talented to be able to sell anything to anybody? Maybe not every one of us. So we need to become in sales, if we want to make an incredible amount of income, we need to be pro. We need to become pro salespeople. We need to be prepared, professional. That's what I call pro. And how do you get that? Is by script. And let me tell you what scripts can do. Now, first of all, a script is something that you create. First of all, you create a script in your head about your product. Now, more than in your head, you create it on paper. Now, some of you may say, what do you mean by create on paper? Well, write it down. Write down a script where you define and you sell your product. Some of you may say to me, it's okay, I have it in my mind. That's what the problem is, unless you are talented. Some people say, I can't believe I can't sell anything because you did not prepare a script. Some people, again, don't need to prepare a script because they are talented. But again, it's a very little portion of people like that. I consider myself not talented, and therefore I have to work on myself on getting a script. Now, I create a script. Why do I create a script? Because when I answer to people, when I give the features of my product to people, when I give them my perspective of the product to them, for them, I want to be as much as I can professional. Now, creating a script and writing a script helps me to be prepared. It helps me to find the best words on it, the best words to describe the features of my product. It gave me the best possibility to explain in a very simple way my product. Because if I get too complicated on my script and nobody understands, everybody will say no at the end and I will be rejected. And if I am rejected, as a matter of fact, please remember, yes, they may reject you, but most of it, they reject the product you are giving, the product you are selling. But why? Is it because your attitude was not good enough? Is it because your information were not enough? Is it because your emotion were not just emotionally attracted? They were not emotionally attracted by you for the product? So creating a script gives you the possibility to be more prepared, to be more professional. But it gives you also the possibility to be ready when there is an objection for you. Some people would go and sell a product and they expect that everything is going to be fine. No problem. Of course, everybody will say yes. Of course not. Some people will have some great objection, Great question. Crazy objection. Crazy questions. Now, what if you're not prepared to answer to it? So when you prepare and you create a script for your product about the features, the benefit, what it can do, be ready to prepare also the script for the objection. Be ready to answer any objection. Because one of the worst thing is somebody asking you a question and you say, I don't know. How are you going to do to have people being attracted by your product if you do not know? Because people will buy from you if you are professional, if you are the expert in your field, if you are the expert for your product. So a script gives you some professionality. A script helps you to get prepared. A script helps you to be ready for objection. A script helps you to fine-tune your tone. You know, some people are talking to us and you are ready to sleep because their voice is monotone, meaning on the same level, and you know, the eyes fall down. Boring presentation, boring information. And this is the way where you hear, oh yeah, well, yeah, I know, oh yeah. That means that you are boring. Your tone is not giving emotion. You're not telling maybe the truth, or you're not telling the secret for them. And your voice is, you know, in the medical field, when you are on the one line, you're dead. So maybe your talk, your speech, your script is as a dead person. That's why nobody buy. So your script needs to be alive with the various tone of the voice. How do you interact with people? How do you get excited? How do you get sad? How do you get secretive? In your script, you can adapt that to each and every individual. Having a script helps you to control the conversation. Yes, this is one more thing. Having a script helps you to control the direction of your talk, the direction of your question, the direction of your answers. Because at the end of the day, if you do not control your sales, that means the other person control you. If the other person control you, you are done. At the end of the day, at the end of the conversation, it will be, okay, interesting. Let me think about. And again, if you're not ready on your script about the let me think about, you're not ready. What would you be answering if somebody says, oh, let me think about, oh, I don't have enough money, oh, let me ask my husband or my wife, oh, I don't know. Are you ready for that? That is your script. Getting ready for controlling, directing the conversation. And a script can give you a sales speech perfect. Because when you have created it, what do? You adapt. You adapt to people. You try to people. You see, you adapt, and you get back to your script. What was not okay? What was okay? Now, your script, you can do it on one-to-one, on the email, on the phone with some people, on Zoom with some people. And then you want to listen about your tone. So what do? You record yourself on your script. And you can hear your tone. You can hear how you're doing, how you're good or not. And one last thing on your script, after creating it, adapting it to your product, to the people, listening about it. The last thing is to memorize it. Because when your script become part of you, this is where you become the best version of yourself in sales. And because it's automatic, it's part of you, it's imprinted in you. That's called memorizing. Now, some of you will say, well, hold on a minute, where can I find this kind of script? Well, first of all, here. That's called a mind. That's called a head. That's called a brain. Think about it. That's number one. Here. Number two, you can find online. There's plenty of possibility online to find script and to adapt and to listen and to memorize. There's plenty about books to know about script, where you can recreate according to your product the perfect script. You can also go to seminars where you will learn how to become the best version of yourself. You can listen to some episode of Yes to Wellness. Ask for Change Now. You can listen to all of that, and that will give you some better information in order to become more professional. You need to become a professional of script if you want to excel in sales, unless, again, you are a very talented person. But again, not that many people are so talented. So we are more average than talented. But what we can do, when we develop this average, we become talented. And the last thing I want to talk to you is, I really encourage you to be a self-employed in sales, because this is where your financial situation will drastically change forever. As an employee in sales, I don't really believe you will be making more money than many professionals outside if you are in sales as an employee, no question about it. But if you're self-employed, then there's no limit, because the sky is a limit. As a matter of fact, the star is a limit. The moon is a limit. There's no limit for you, what you can reach and how you can reach. So please look at some self-employed sales possibilities. And one of the best one I know, it's called a multi-level marketing system. You are in sales, you are self-employed, and all is based on you. You are in control of your life. You are in control of your financial situation, because everything is up to you. And am I lucky? I am happy to be part of this kind of company or industry of MLM, multi-level marketing, network industry called Herbalife Nutrition? Absolutely. Could it be a solution for you? Absolutely. Could you find something else as well? Absolutely. But the one thing is, you need to have a consumable product with an emotion that you have on it. And that's why today, Herbalife Nutrition is so worldwide strong and growing, because the emotion that there is. So all day long, if you practice and work on your script and on your sales skills, you're going to improve yourself. By understanding the way to improve in this area, these two areas, sales and script, in no time, you will see the result of your efforts, the quality of your day. So start now in full and positive spirit. Now, let me ask you to conclude for today. What if what you have heard today, you could start every day to put it in practice? Do you think it will enhance your life or make it more successful? I believe so. So I challenge you this week to put in practice some of my suggestions and create your own way how to apply it every day. And I can guarantee you that at the end of this week, you will be a different person. Remember, we are all human. We're not a tree. And therefore, we can improve and change. Are you ready for change? If you are, act now. Now is the time for you. Now is your time. So let's start to implement and let's live a full life of health and wealth. And I will see you on next week for our next episode of our inspirational transformation session. My name is Eric Depp. I am here for you. Thank you for listening our episode number 22 of the Ask for Change Now YouTube channel, which was about sales and script. I wish you to have a fantastic day, a fantastic week, and a fantastic last month of the year. Thank you very much, and I will see you on next week, Monday. Bye-bye.